Hi, I'm Chanel. If you're new here, I'm a mind-body healing practitioner. I recovered after 7 years of severe CFS, migraines, dizziness, severe fatigue, severe anxiety, and OCD, and other things too, but there's just such a long list. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is I don't think that this is a clinical term, but I call it conflicting info OCD. And it's basically when you're getting two things that someone says are true. This is what I noticed in the healing world. There's so much conflicting information. I would see so much about parasites, right? Like, you have to cleanse parasites, you have to get rid of the parasites. And then, I kid you not, there's a lady that promotes having parasites. Like, she puts the parasites into her body because she says that it cures you. I'm not here to say what's right and wrong. Like, I also don't want to give you any ideas. Don't get any ideas. But I'm telling you that any information you could get, there is someone out there that will swear that that is not true, not accurate, and the reason that you will just fail miserably. And I really struggled with that on this journey. Um, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. What you feel is right for you, what you decide is right for you, is probably going to be. And sometimes there can be a course correction, right? If you're like, okay, I'm doing this thing, this feels right. And then it's starting to not feel right for some reason, but not because you're getting opposite info, okay? But because you're just like, oh, this needs a little refinement, right? That's fine, that's normal. But when I really started to tune into myself more and trust myself, and that came through doing like heart meditations, like where I was breathing into my heart and opening my heart. I got really into the Heart Math Institute for a little while, and they talk about how your heart's electromagnetic field is like so much greater than our brains. Like, we receive intuition through our heart. And so when I really started doing that, I could start to tune in and see like what I wanted to do next, right? If it was like, okay, I really want to lean into some meditations this month. I really want to expand more and leave the house more, things like that, right? And because it's like, there's people that are like, my favorite word is like, I know, I get plenty of comments on my socials being like, what's her favorite word? It's like, okay, sorry. But, what was I saying? Just take a minute to view this beautiful nature that I'm in while I think of what I'm saying. There's people that will claim that their success, attribute their success to a diet or a supplement or whatever. What's most likely happening is that they really believed that for themselves. They really believed that the diet was the cure. And likely they also enjoyed that way of eating, but not always. It's like, you can choose if you want to suffer through this process, but if it leads to healing, right? They believed, they got all the information, and they were like, this supplement is the one, and that belief makes it true for your body and your mind. It can latch onto it and be like, yes, that creates that internal safety, right? So I just want to say, if you're dealing with that conflicting info OCD where you're like, oh my gosh, this person's raving about this supplement protocol or this diet, and this other person is saying, oh my God, never, ever take that supplement and never do that diet. Do you see how that's creating fear and that internal conflict? Okay, so let's do a little exercise right now where we just tune into your heart, okay? And I'm really big on this in my practice. I want to start getting clients tuning into their heart space more, opening their heart, because that's where intuition comes through. That's where you're going to know what step you take next, what you do next, and that it's right for you, and not have to be so conflicted about what's right and what's wrong. So you can close your eyes if you want. Definitely not if you're driving or anything. Imagine that when you take your breath in, it is flowing to your heart, and you can imagine your heart expanding a bit with that breath. And as you exhale, your heart just relaxes, returns to normal. You can put your hand on your heart if you want. Really bring awareness to this area, the heart. Let's do it a couple more times together. The breath is flowing into your heart's expanding. You exhale, your heart relaxes. Okay. When you're trusting yourself, you will know what your next step is, and you will be confident in it. If you want to work with me, the link is in my bio, the description. I also am running an Unbothered challenge. It's 4 weeks. It gives you a little shift every day. They're 10 to 15 minute videos, so it's doable. And they're powerful, powerful perspective shifts. I've seen people do a complete 180 when they take this challenge. And of course, I love working with people one-on-one. So thanks for being here, and I'll see you another time.